Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, the 9th generation of Pokémon. Let me just preface by saying, I don't think anyone here knows what I was just referencing to. Nah, but Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, they're the newest Pokémon games and they're a whole new generation as well. And let's just say, the reception has been very consistent for this game. I think absolutely everyone has been saying, this game is really good, but it looks like shit. And you know what? I think I'm inclined to agree with that. As of recording this video, I have completed the story of this game, as well as caught one shiny Pokémon. Dude! Oh, I found a shiny! Oh my god! I spent like 24 or 25 hours playing this game, which I think has been very consistently how long I've spent playing other Pokemon games prior to making a video critiquing it, like Sword and Shield, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and Legends Arceus. So you bet I think I'm qualified to make a critique on this game as well. Actually, I don't think I ever made a video on BDSP. Anyways, usually I make review videos where I rate aspects of the game and give them a final score, but that stuff can get boring, so we're going to do something completely different now. We're going to do the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's get into it. You see, I can't tell if my hair looks good or bad right now. This game doesn't lack in good aspects, and I'm glad to say that they do exist. Pokemon have pretty much nailed the formulaic story since their inception, and that doesn't change. People might think that the same story over and over again is a bad thing, but I think it's really good. And I should quickly mention that gameplay is also very good too. It's not like constant cutscenes, and you actually get to do things instead of the cutscenes doing it for you, which is good. But anyways, it's a story about the legendary, the evil team, and a story about becoming the champion. In Scarlet and Violet, you complete each storyline with a different supporting NPC, and all of that culminates in the lot of you teaming up to hit a new area of the game together as a team. Each of these storylines were portrayed very nicely. The Titan storyline saw you going around the Paldea region to defeat large variants of Pokemon to help your legendary Pokemon get its power back, and it had a really compelling story about the NPC Arven and their Pokemon Mabosstiff, who's recovering from injuries. The evil team sees you go around a whole lot of bases around Paldea, which are run by leaders who are outcasted and bullied in school, so they took matters into their own hands to show their strength and become independent. All of it also finished in a big reveal of who the actual leader is, and the payoff, I would say, is worth it. And then, the classic story of beating the 8 gyms and becoming the champion.
I wanna be the very best.
I would say that the Pokemon in this game are great overall too. I was a really big fan of Scovillain, Tickerton, and Screamtail. All the new Pokemon altogether, that includes the regional forms, that includes the new Pokemon altogether, past and future Pokemon. I think it was really good. Like, legitimately, this Jigglypuff variant is, it's so cool. I absolutely, it is so cool. I love it. But yeah, I'd be kind of worried if a Pokemon game didn't actually get the Pokemon right. The characters are also really good. Nemona, Arven, Penny, that pretty girl on top of the mountain.
Let's go!
I love what they brought to the game in each of their stories as well. Nemona being that rival who's high-key in love with you. But you can't go stealing him from me. I'm keeping that as evidence. You may be La Primera, but you can't go stealing him from me. She's into me. I'm telling you, she's into me. Arven being another accomplice who wants to save his doggo and has a lot of mommy and daddy issues depending on the game that you're playing as well, because he was neglected while he was growing up. And Penny, who was the evil team leader who was bullied in school, and she has a whole redemption arc because she did something wrong and she has to take responsibility for it. And of course the other evil team members too, aside from that bitch with the Lucario.
Don't tell me I'm losing to Lucario again. You to the moon.
This one's a big one though. The new auto battling mechanic is absolutely amazing. You can prompt the lead Pokemon of your party to go into a battle, and they just knock everything out by themselves. Like legit, every single thing that takes away grinding from Pokemon game, I absolutely love. It's one of the aspects of the old Pokemon games that I actually did not like. The amount of time you had to spend grinding your Pokemon. And the fact that these newer games are making sure that you don't have to grind so much so you can just get on with things and you still have a good experience is something that I really appreciate. So this auto battling function is really good because it takes away so much grinding while you can just get on with everything else that you're doing. I complained about this in Legends Arceus where I said the battling mechanics where it's turn-based holds the game back. And this is something that definitely fixes that particular problem. But yeah, those are all the good things that I would have to say about the game. As you can see, there's plenty to enjoy, and there's that little innovation with that auto battling mechanic. I think these enjoyable aspects of the game are what make people ignore the glaring issues with Scarlet and Violet, which we'll get into now. Alright, you know what? I'm going to tie up my hair. The things that I'm going to be mentioning here are mostly going to be things that I think we're missing from other games. Basically, these would have made the game feel more complete. Firstly, the easy difficulty for me is such a turn-off. There was only one tough battle in the game, and that only happened because I was under-leveled. I should be able to enjoy the game to the fullest and hit everything I can without it making things too easy at the end. Coming out of BDSP and Legends Arceus, where you're actually faced with a lot of difficult challenges at the end of the game, and it feeling like there was a lot at stake when you lose, and comparing that to this, it's just so disappointing that it was not difficult towards the end. The Elite Four and the Champion didn't even use full restores to heal their Pokemon when they were low health. There was no challenge. The hardest part about the Pokemon League was the goddamn questionnaire when you enter the league. Which were the 8 gyms? No, Cortondo was easy. I don't know, they were all easy. Which one was the hardest? They were all easy. I only found one easy and that was Airy, and I hate Airy after that. Yeah, let's just pick it on random. Sure. I see. And what's the name of the... Oh, okay. Oh no! 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 I don't know what I picked. I don't know what I picked. I just picked it at random. I just picked it randomly. Kofi? Okay, I trust you. Thank you, Brittany, thank you. I know Pokemon is a kid's game, but even kids don't like easy games. Making a game too easy because think of the kids is not how it works. Earning your way through a region and having a struggle at the end to achieve everything is what makes a game memorable. Nothing in this game is remotely challenging unless you make it that way. The next bad thing, catching mechanics. I don't know why we don't have the same mechanics as Legends Arceus. You throw a ball, and you hide behind bushes to see if the Pokemon is yours. Not engaging in a battle to catch a Pokemon was such an amazing way to save time, especially because nowadays all you do is go into a battle and you just throw the ball without attacking the Pokemon. Why put in the middleman in the form of a battle when it's unneeded? If this game had both the catching mechanics of Legends Arceus and the auto battling mechanics, it would have been amazing. I'll go as far as to say, when you touch a Pokemon, it shouldn't engage you into a battle. Battling a Pokemon should be your choice. My choice! If a Pokemon chased you down and touched you, it should deal damage to you, the player. You can choose to get up and run away, or you throw out a Pokemon, or even stun it. Lots of things here could have been done differently. Not to mention not having shiny sounds or shiny animations. Hearing the shiny sound in a Pokemon game is probably the most exciting thing that you can experience. As someone who does a little bit of shiny hunting, I love having an indication that there is definitely a shiny over there. Not by the colors, but also by the sound and also by the sparkles. Like, it makes for amazing content as well, which is like what I do. I'm a content creator. But aside from the shiny sounds and all that, I don't really have any thoughts on the actual shiny methods because I haven't done that much shiny hunting yet. Like I said, I accidentally ran into this shiny Pokemon. I found a shiny! I found a shiny! I found a shiny! And lastly, I'm going to combine two things. The music and the location. This guy over here made a really good video about this exact same thing that I'm going to be complaining about really nicely. And it's a video that's a whole hour long that dives very deep into the issue. Go check it out. But basically, in the 2D era, Pokemon locations were a marvel and a really cool experience. This is because there was so much lore behind every town and why it's there and how it came to be and everything. And with that, there was also amazing music that always went along with it. You would literally load up a game and go to certain locations just to imagine what it would be like to be there in real life. And half the time, you would get so lost in the music over there as well. The battling music in this game is really good though, but I feel like that's a bare minimum again. Area Zero is kind of cool though, I'll give it that much. But this game abandoned the whole route system and having creative names and backstories for these places, and just settled for Area 1, Zone whatever and shit. Like bro, if a place exists, give me a reason for the place to exist, not just to go back because there are particular Pokemon there. Give us stories, give us objectives, be creative. The world is empty, there's nothing going on. These bad things take away from the game so much. Even though the gameplay was good, I feel like there wasn't enough thought put into the game to have these things that I complained about be rectified. But the bad part is, that's not where the game falls short. The gameplay and story of this game almost makes you forget about these glaring issues, but what lets the game down is what's ugly about the game. What if I actually wear what I'm wearing in my thumbnail? Wait, hold on. I'll be back. Haha, let's go. Wearing the orange shirt. This is where the disappointment comes in. The ugly. Before this game came out, I'm sure you can dig it up in my live streams, but I was constantly saying, I want this game to look good, and I want it to run well. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like that's a bare minimum. This game does not run well at all whatsoever. You're playing the game at like 5 frames per second. The colors and everything are ugly as shit. And like, bro, every Scarlet that I see, I feel like it's shiny because of the shading, the highlights, the shadows, the saturation, the warmth, and the... Seriously, I can go on and on about these ugly issues. The render distance for everything is so bad. Things are popping in and out of existence all the time. The waterfall. The bloody waterfall! Like, oh my god. The way that this game presents itself is just so bad because it's clearly not finished and it's extremely rushed. I've been saying a lot of things that have been echoed within the Pokemon communities as well. Telling Game Freak to stop making Pokemon games, that you should be taking more time making these games, and telling people who are defending these games for its poor performances to stop, because I have the right to feel outraged for not getting a good game. But none of that matters because we already lost. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet sold over 10 million copies in 3 days. That is the biggest release in Nintendo's history. Not Pokemon! Nintendo! And what are we all treated to? This many people who are playing this game. A glitchy mess that barely runs. That's the ugly part of the game, honestly. Its performance is really bad and it does not look good. I mean, it's sad to say, but even I'll probably admit that I'll still probably keep playing this game because it's a Pokemon game, and I'm excited about Pokemon. It's a comfort spot. It's basically why I keep going back to your mom. She's ugly as shit and can barely f*** anymore, but man, it's just so easy to go back because she lets me hit. Sorry, I'm mad. Okay, anyways, I'll give you guys a score out of 10 just so you know where I stand. I give this game a 5.4 out of 10. That's low. This game is not the Pokemon game that we deserve. After so much hype and so much promise from the largest media company in the world, with millions of fans who pour their hearts, souls, and money out into the series, I think we should be treated with the same thing back. But yeah, that's my opinion, that's my critique, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm kind of curious as to what everyone else has to say about this entire thing now. But yeah, that's it. Take care. See ya.